So tomorrow, once this resin dries, I will sand it lightly, but I'll flip it and then do the inside. You can see there's a little hole there. I don't know where it's going, but I don't know if it's solid. I'll see when I flip it over if it's leaked through. If it does, I'll have to fix it. So I flipped over the sink. Not too much of a lip where the resin ran over the side. I got some bubbles over here. I'll have to sand all of that off. I'll be putting a resin on the inside, and there was no leaks from the underside through to this side. So I can just sand off little bumps like this. This is where the resin dripped through. But I will be resining all of this here and in here. Just in case there's a leak or something, you want to make sure that this is all sealed. So what I will do is raise up this sink, put something underneath here and raise it up so when this drains, and I'll also put that plastic back down. I took the plastic out, but I will be putting that back. And I'll sand off these little bumps. That shouldn't take too long. And then this will be ready for the next coat of resin inside. And I only need one. As far as I can think, I only need one coat. Okay. It's looking pretty cool though, and it's really going to be beautiful once I put the resin in. Now, let me just say, if you were to do something like this, keep in mind the reason it is the same color is because I put a polyurethane on it first. So polyurethane doesn't darken or change color like varnish does. If I wanted it darker, I could put a varnish on first, and I do the varnish because it helps seal the little tiny pores so the resin doesn't seep in all those and bubble up like crazy. This is really smooth because I put that first coat of polyurethane and I wanted this blonde color. If not, it would have been way more dark, kind of like this. If you want that, just go with a varnish first and or the resin, but keep in mind if you do a resin, it will definitely bubble more because it goes into the little pores. So just think about that if you're gonna do any kind of resin work. So this is all sanded smooth along the edges, said earlier, and I just did a final real light sanding with a 220 just to make sure these are smooth. And I gotta be careful with this going over the edges and getting drips on all the edges because I don't really want to deal with drips going down the sides or the edges. So that's what I'm about to do next. A little bit more sanding, like in the center here. I can see some of the milli put. I'll sand that down, and a few other spots like maybe there. Because once this epoxy resin is on, forget it. There's no going back and getting rid of that. Unless you sand way out through the resin, which I wouldn't do. It's really not a problem. See if I can get that off. Okay, I like to pull out as many of the brush things as I can because they end up coming out and going right into the resin. And I'm going to start from the inside and then go to the outside. So here we go. So I sanded down with 220 the bumps, and it's nice and smooth now. And I'm gonna just wipe it down, get rid of the dust. And then I'm gonna put this stuff called feed and wax on it. It's not a sealer or anything, but it will make it shiny, and it has beeswax in it and orange oil. If you can see that, there you go. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, that looks beautiful. And that is a finished product. So stay tuned for the install at some other date. It'll be a while before I get this installed. Looks good though.